I don't want to call it crack pie anymore. This is mac pie because I made it a little different.
Mac pie, yes.
All right.
I'm gonna make you mine. There's something special about your love. I think it's one of a kind.
Dan is making crack pie, okay? And he's not even showing that he's making it, which is crazy because it's like world famous. And he's not making this crack pie and showing you. But he's gonna be like, oh, I'm not an expert at this, so I'm not gonna, you know.
I'm not making the pie yet. I'm doing.
Oh, he's doing the crust. But you can show them that. Show them.
I don't know what I'm doing with this.
Show them.
I just quickly YouTube the video, and I think I need way more butter.
Yes, you do. It has to be crumbly.
I'm doing the graham cracker crust from scratch, which sounds crazy, but it's mad easy to do. All you're doing is just basically crushing graham crackers, butter, some brown sugar. That's pretty much it, and then you kind of just make it. I can tell off rip I definitely need more butter. All right, so I'm warming up more butter. I got even more butter out. Okay, finally time to try to make the crust. One of the issues that I'm having is as I'm making the crust, I don't want to make it too saturated, but I feel like I'm ending up with graham cracker dust instead of crust. It's a little too, it's not sticking enough together. So there is a very popular video that you'll find if you look for graham cracker crust on YouTube. I follow it, but for some reason the amount of butter that the lady is asking for, I don't know if maybe I just added too many graham crackers, but I initially used the ratio she was using. I feel like I need more butter than that, but feel it out for yourself if you try it at home. That is how you make a graham cracker crust. Not this dusty nonsense for them on TV. Not that pre-made stuff.
Look at that. See, it's glistening because it's graham crackers and butter.
Yeah, graham cracker butter. I actually put some nutmeg in mine. Some people put cinnamon. And
so where can I taste
sugar.
just like the crumb?
There's still some
There's
there.
still some there. Oh.
Yeah. And now to put this up.
He's gonna chill it. We have an outside fridge. Benefit of having an outside fridge.
I do have the eggs out, but I'm going to do, probably against better judgment, the crack pie stuff first because that has the longest set time, and that's the dessert for later. So I'm not going to go into a full tutorial of that. I'm just going to kind of show you guys. You can look online. As soon as you look up crack pie, you'll find milk bar pie recipe. So I have pretty much everything out now. I'm gonna make it in that and hopefully be able to have that ready to pour. Anyway, let's get to work. All right, so I've already made one deviation. I think they wanted granulated sugar to be 3/4 cup, and I did brown sugar, and then they wanted light brown sugar. And I'm reading it here. It literally says light brown sugar. To be 1/2 cup. I actually did the reverse of that. So mine is probably going to be much darker than what you see the final product to be. But I've made this before. I've even done coconut sugar in my mix. And while it comes out darker and it's not the exact same flavor, Lisa loved it, and I could say from tasting it myself, she just wasn't patting me on the back. Like, it was legit good, right, babe?
It was great. It was really great.
The thing from Milk Bar.
Yeah, because you ordered a package for my birthday.
Yeah.
So it's not called crack pie if you're trying to look for it.
It's called Milk Bar now.
But you can search online for crack pie on the recipe. So the crust is not the original crust. The crust, what type of crust do they use?
They do an oatmeal.
An oatmeal crust, which is really good because it has like a little chewiness to it.
Yeah.
But Dan's graham cracker crust is like, it pairs really well with the gooiness of the crack pie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not just saying that because I'm his wife.
Yeah, so we're already deviating from what it's supposed to be. But like I said, I won't do a full-on tutorial, just kind of show you step by step where I'm at. So, on to the next. Alright, so all the things are in here now. I'm getting to mixing. Lisa bought me a whole nother one of these. So I guess she's hinting at Make sure you make more than one next time.
Dan almost made a rookie mistake.
I made a bit of a mistake that I caught a while ago. The microwave usually makes a pretty annoying noise over and over, alerting you that, hey, you still have something in there. I don't know if I went and silenced it or what, just to get the noise out of the background, but I forgot the butter in there and started mixing everything for the crack pie together.
Almost.
And
could have been a problem.
I don't know what kind of alerted me, like, oh crap, I forgot my butter. I kind of walked over there and I guess I just looked and saw. So they say on there for some reason I want this chilled, slightly chilled, like don't put it in there hot. But it's weird because it's supposed to be melted. So I'm just gonna stick it in the fridge for like maybe 5 minutes, just so it's not hot butter, and put it into my mix. I have my stove already preheating to 350, and not using the convection thing. I still haven't figured out that whole convection thing yet.
Yeah.
Because Lisa's always trying to explain, like,
so the convection is the fan. If it says 350, try to do like, it depends on what it is. Try to do like 15 to 20 less than what they told you. Yeah. Some recipes will even tell you what the equivalent is, but
so please just do like those recipes and start telling us what is the equivalent for the convection instead of having us guess. Alright, so the pie crust is now cool. I'm actually gonna make it sit out a little bit, just maybe a 2-3 minutes, just so I'm not putting it from cold and hot and all that. I don't think it will crack. It's a pirate's dish, but just for that, give my mix. Now that it actually has the butter and everything in there. Shout out to all my chefs out there, especially if you have the toddler usually running around the house, or the kids running around the house while you're trying to cook. You know, I always say, life is like a hurricane living here in Duckburg. I couldn't finish it. Anyway, if you're a big enough nerd, you already know I was going with the DuckTales. Which, funny enough, I've always said to Lisa that the second I a hint of our kids lying to us, I'm going to just start quoting the DuckTales song word for word, because I'm calling what they're telling me a DuckTale. Anyway, fun fact. So my kids will be terrorized by that song as they're growing up. Pie time, 30 minutes. Set an alarm for 30 minutes. Follow me here. Right in the center, but the top rack in this case. Set it and forget it for about 30 minutes. Okay, if you're not super confident when you're following directions like me, when they're telling you different measurements, get your computer out. When I say computer, your phone, your laptop, whatever you're using, tablet, whatever device, and be able to convert it. But get yourself a food scale. If you get a food scale, when they start telling you stuff, all you have to do is just measure it on this and know, okay, it's saying this amount, that's 30 grams, and then just measure it exactly directly into this thing. This is a lifesaver for me because, like I said, I get weary of what is 1 3/4 cups, and did I get the measurement right, or when I'm using those like cup methods, did I put the right proportion in there? This is gonna be an exact measurement. Food scale is the key to confidence. All right, hopefully you guys are seeing that. So I just did on the cell phone, I quickly said, you know, what is the conversion from cups to grams, and came up with the amount being 224, and I poured exactly to 224. Super confident that I have the right proportion there, and it's less stress that way. Easy. And what's good about the food scale is now I can zero what I have in there, so I can still do my measurements in the bowl live. I don't have to do it in separate containers. So again, get yourself a food scale, a good reliable food scale. It's also good for doing food measurements. When I was a lot more fit than I am now, that was how I was doing my portions. So I knew what exact portion was, and how I could read a label and know that I had what they had recommended in there. So yeah, so get yourself a food scale. That's all I can say. It is a game changer, and it will help you with your portion sizes.
Letting it rest for a little bit.
It's still soupy and moving in the middle, but it looks awesome still.
Smells great.
It's a really good smell, but it's still supposed to have another 20 minutes to bake, so I'm not too worried about that. My only worry is that I don't want it to get black and dark and like it's almost the color you want to eat it at right now. But why Lisa took it out with better judgment than I have, and is kind of telling me, is part of it asks you to bake at 325. So rather than just leave it in there at the 350 while it's supposed to magically get back down to 325, we took it out to rest a little bit. When it hits the 325, then it'll go back in for the next 20 minutes. But I don't know the set part. Still a very nice color.
Beautiful.
Smell, man, I really wish you guys could smell this. You smell the butter, you smell all the elements of it. Like, and you can kind of pick them out individually. But man, it's amazing. Cool now. And then they actually want this served after chilled, like for 2 hours, like, and then it says something about let's set for the night or whatever. So we might not get that tonight.
That's a lie. And look at this beautiful crack pie. It's set. It's probably gonna be really good in like an hour.
I don't want to call it crack pie anymore. This is mac pie because I made it a little different.
Mac pie, yes.
All right.
I think it's one of a kind. There's something special about your love. I want it all the time. You will always be my inspiration.